Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast.
What is self-confidence to you? How do you know if you have it? How do you know if you're working on it and increasing it? Because if you don't have those mileposts, if you don't have those guidelines, then you could have it and not know it. Or you could be working on what you think it is and then find out you're still lacking. So your powerful mind that runs all of your habits and patterns, known as your subconscious views self-confidence as the successive, progressive realization of the results from a desired identity. Oh, I know, that's a lot. Let's break it down. Successive. It continues. It's disciplined. It's consistent. Progressive. It continues to increase. Realization of or manifestation of results. That means self-confidence, which is based on the physical plane, says, are you getting the results? It's got to show up in a tangible way. And those results are not based on a goal. I mean, why do we set goals? It's to achieve, and it might be to accumulate, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that goal and its achievement will feel hollow. There won't be any fulfillment to it. Or maybe you get it and it slips right through your fingers because it was based on the goal, not based on who you need to be to get the goal. See, when people set goals, they typically want to know, how am I going to get there? What is it that I need to do? What needs to happen? No. Very first question is, who do you need to be in order to achieve and receive that goal? Because then when you develop the identity that then has the power over the results, not only will you achieve those results, but it'll ripple out and affect every area of your life. And so self-confidence is based on an identity that you've chosen to bring out. I have clients come in and go, oh, wow, I need to see about do some public speaking and it scares me. Or I need to get up and do something like dancing or some sort of presentation where I'm sharing some tips around a hobby that I really enjoy. And, it scares me. And I'm like, okay, what do you want as a result of this presentation? What do you want as a result of going after this goal? Why are you doing it? So let's look at the results, and then let's look at the identity that's congruent with those results. Because the subconscious says if we're taking action to express that identity, it's fuller increase of who we are. If we're taking action and we're consistent on that action, and we've got tangibles to go along to give us proof, then your self-confidence increases. Now, what will stop all of this? Because I'm going to tell you right now, you have a tremendous amount of self-confidence, but in things that are sabotaging you. Because if you're in my world, you were taught to take consistent action to support someone else, but not necessarily supporting them in a good way. It's supporting them to where maybe they get to achieve something, but it's at your detriment. One of my clients 2 days ago was sharing with me how they had several friends that asked them for money, and they gave it, never to see the money or their friends again. It's like, oh, okay. So we're missing an aspect of our identity known as discernment. I like to go by 3 things. Is it good, the action that I'm taking? Is it acceptable? Is it from my higher power? Because just because it can doesn't mean I should. And that's where the discernment comes in. What aspect of my identity am I developing? So am I giving because I can? That's great. Am I giving because maybe I enjoy it and they'll enjoy it? Yes. But is it giving in such a way to where if there's not reciprocity, it is not going to be at my detriment? There was a party I put on a couple of years ago, and it was to try to mend some relationships. And it was good and it was acceptable. And I wasn't quite sure. Was it from my higher power? What was this idea from God? So I went ahead and I threw the party. I did all the invitations. I paid for it. I wanted the other people, it was a small, intimate gathering, to feel their very best, which they did. And they felt their very best by snubbing me, literally turning their backs on me. They didn't want to mend those bridges. They wanted to burn me down with the bridge on it. Well, I also have a belief that God works all things for the good of those who love him. And so a little bit later on, when one of those people came back and said, hey, I need you to do this for me, I went, oh, what has changed in your behavior? Because this is what you did the last time I tried to do something that was good and acceptable. And they're like, oh, well, it's not about me. And it's not about you. And I'm like, oh, yes, it is about me because I have to engage with you again. And this is how you took advantage. So unless you can explain to me how you are going to do things different, I am not going to go back into this relationship and get those same results. Let me tell you, my self-confidence skyrocketed from drawing that boundary. Boundaries bless, rules restrict. Boundaries are about me, rules are about other people. Boundaries says you don't come in my world unless there's going to be reciprocity on engagement, unless my higher power has told me otherwise. Rules, I'm going to restrict your access to me because unless you prove to me you have earned it. So I had a great lesson of discernment from that original party that I threw, trying to mend bridges. I received discernment that says, you continue in this relationship, this is what you're going to continue to manifest on the physical plane, real world results. What do you want to manifest? And that was the identity that needed to be brought out that said, no, you're not allowed to do this anymore. So self-confidence, the successive, progressive, physical realization, physical manifestation based on a desired identity. Are you consistently bringing out this identity and finding the people, places, and things that will continue to support you? Or are you sabotaging yourself because you got a lot of confidence in what you can create for others? But if there's not reciprocity, then you wind up paying the price. We need to look at discernment. Judgment says you're wrong. Discernment says that's not right for me. So you can continue to go do that. You're just not going to do it in my realm. Unstoppable self-confidence is what I'm working on with my clients over the summer. It is unstoppable self-confidence, unbreakable self-esteem, unbelievable self-worth. Because the reason why it's unbelievable is because you have to take the continuous action. So for this self-confidence, how do you stop the self-sabotage, discover what you really want, and begin to create the life you desire? Well, it all has to do with faith. Faith says, I'm going to take continuous action on something I can't see just yet until my life is proof. Now, will you have setbacks? Most definitely. And you will either adapt or you will maladapt. And this is where having the input of somebody who recognizes your brilliance and says, this is what you're really working on bringing out, who you really are, that's where it can be of benefit. So I'm launching Summer of Success. Unstoppable self-confidence, unbreakable self-esteem, unbelievable self-worth. If you want to be part of it, then send me an email, and then I will cue you in on the special that I'm having this weekend, where it's only going out first to the people that have reached out to me and said that they want to know more. And then I'm opening it up to the general public at some point this week. So if this resonates with you, reach out to me, dawn@dawnlandrum.com. Summer of Success in the subject line on the email that you're going to send me, and I'll send you the private link that gives you all the details. So until we get together again, self-confidence has to be developed, not based on what you're going after, but based on who you're becoming. So just who are you, really? Becoming a healingpreneur. Could that be you? It's not just a career. It is a calling to help people peel back the layers so they can move into progress of their brilliance and their magnificence. If this could potentially be you, then I want to let you know I am offering you the ability to train with me privately at the group investment. I only have room right now for one person to be able to do this over the summer. We're going to take a look at our schedules, and we're going to fit training to where it's a good fit for you, as well as what I have open. And you can take up to 3 months, not only to train, but up to 3 months to take care of your investment. But again, I only have an opening for one. Why is this? Because my trainings that I do, even on the advanced side, are a little bit lighter over the summer. So it creates space, and that might be a space and a place that is waiting for you. So this is what I'd like you to do. Go to dawnlandrum.com, click on the tab, become a certified hypnotist, see everything that is offered there. Again, it is at the group rate that you will be training with me privately. And then reach out to me. There's going to be a button that shows up on the bottom where we can have a phone call. And let's make sure that this and myself are the right fit for you. So healingpreneur, is that your calling?